Welcome to the October
21, 2025 Board of Directors meeting at Piedmont Community Charter School. Piedmont Community Charter School is a tuition-free K-12 school that offers a superior college preparatory educational option for this community and its families. At this time, we'll have a moment of silence. Next on the agenda is public comments. Do we have any public comments this evening?
No, sir.
Next up on the agenda is awards and recognition. Ms. Gill.
Thank you. Good evening, board members. I'm very excited about what I have to share with you. We congratulate 2 of our high school art students who placed in Mount Holly's plein air painting contest through Arts on the Greenway. 12th grader Mackenzie McCoy won first place overall for the 3rd year in a row. And 9th grader Landon Robinson won 2nd place. Both of our student artists sold their paintings as well, and I know they were excited about that. 11th grader Zuri Meeks auditioned and was accepted to the Young Artist in Residence program with the Charlotte Master Chorale. Zuri will sing with the chorale, accompanied by the Charlotte Symphony Orchestra, as they perform at the Belk Theater in November. Congratulations, Zuri. We're proud to announce the 7 high school students who were selected for the 77th Annual Mars Hill Choral Festival. Each year, more than 800 students audition for this festival across North Carolina. Congratulations to Addison Brown, Kevin Marin Ayala, Noah Louder, Ray Thomas, Molly Gaston, Zuri Meeks, and Maggie Elliott. We are so proud of these students. They have worked hard. The middle school had its most successful Color Run fundraiser yet, with over $16,000 raised. Donations will help fund new classroom furniture. We appreciate our Patriot families for their generous support. And in all the pictures I saw from the Color Run, everybody was happy and smiling, and that was wonderful, priceless.
Thank you, Ms. Kelly. Next is the approval of previous minutes. And I think you all have a copy of last meeting's minutes to review. And if you've not reviewed them already, when you're finished reviewing them now, do I hear a motion to approve the?
I'll make a motion to approve the board minutes for September 16th.
Second.
And the September 16, 2025 Piedmont Community Charter School Board of Directors meeting minutes. All in favor of approving those minutes?
Aye.
And any dissenters? Minutes are approved. All right.
That's your first vote through there.
Yeah, got the first vote through. So now we're rolling. So next we have board reports, and first up is our Treasurer Finance Committee report.
Good evening. So I'm going to start with the budget report for the month of September. Our total revenue this month, last month, was $19,820,816.34, minus our total expenses of $19,104,565.04, gives us a net surplus before the investment of $716,251.30. Going on to the surplus and cash for the month of September. In the operating account, there is $2,816,684.24. In the student activities account, there's $133,627.80. In the investment account at fair market value, there's $3,250,860.38, plus the petty cash of $1,000, gives us total cash of $202,172.42. Our anticipated cash position, the cash and investments on hand that's unaudited as of June 30th of this year, was $7,006,402, plus the current year budgeted surplus of $716,251.30, minus the fund balance appropriations of $709,403.34, gives us an expected cash and investments on hand at the end of June of 2026 of $7,013,249.96. When you back out the amount held in the PNC investment account, that gives us an expected cash available as of June 30th, 2026 of $3,762,389.58. In the U.S. bank account, in the bond fund, there's $447,509.14. In the debt service reserve fund, there's $1,794,022.61. In the repair and replacement account, there is $17,091.13, which gives us a total amount held by U.S. Bank of $2,258,622.88. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Next report is the head of school report.
All right, so first we have our compliance submission report. We did not have to send anything to the Office of Charter Schools this past month, but for the bond loans, we did have to upload our school's average daily membership, and we did that on October the 3rd, which was 1,986. All right, next for our enrollment report, we have, as of 10/14, we had 1,977 total students, 693 in elementary, 668 in middle school, 616 in the high school. We've had a few withdrawals, and you have that. Okay, my final report is personnel. We did make some new hires. So at the elementary campus, Justin Burnett is a new custodian, and Tessa Burnett is a part-time TA. At the middle school, Jacob Tidwell is our new facilities manager, and Terry Honeycutt is a new custodian at the middle school. And I do need your approval on that report.
I make a motion that we approve the personnel as indicated on the chart that Ms. Killen provided.
Second.
All in favor of approving the September 2025 board personnel report?
Aye.
And any nays?
Thank you. And next, I'm going to ask Mrs. Hupstetler, our high school director, to come up and inform us about a new program called North Carolina College Connect.
Good evening. How are y'all tonight?
Good.
How are you? Good. In your packet, you're going to find two flyers. I wanted to give you both of them because one is front and back. That is a flyer that was provided to parents through NC College Connect. And then the other one that's just a single sheet, that was for the students. So that is something for you guys to look at your leisure. That may provide you with more information than I'm going to tell you, because I'm just going to give you an overview tonight. I'm excited to share the new statewide opportunity called NC College Connect. It is a program that's designed to simplify the college admissions for our students and for other North Carolina students. Through NC College Connect, North Carolina public school students with a weighted GPA of 2.8 or higher, and they have to meet program requirements, which we weren't aware of this at the time, but they have to be enrolled or completed a fourth math, which is above Math 3. So they have to have those, and they will receive direct admission to participating colleges and universities. Now, I want you to understand that that comes without looking at any test scores. That's without any essays, but it isn't automatic. So what it does is they provided us, what they did is they extracted from Infinite Campus, which is the new power school. They extracted those students with a 2.8 GPA and those who had a fourth math or were enrolled in a fourth math. They sent that list to us to verify, which I'm thankful that they did, because we've got a lot of college students here on our campus who take their fourth math at Gaston College. A lot of those are second semester, which has a placeholder of Gaston College course. So that made us go in and put in that fourth math for them to extract. So we got our final extract the other day. So it allows those students, those colleges, to go ahead and look at those students, and they determine if they want to offer them direct admission to their school. So there's several colleges that are participating, colleges such as Appalachian, East Carolina, North Carolina Central, Fayetteville State, UNC Asheville, UNCC, Belmont Abbey, Gardner-Webb, Wingate, and a lot of others, plus 58 North Carolina community colleges. So all of the community college are participating. And on one of those flyers that you have, it has a QR code, so you can scan that and you can see all of the colleges that are participating there. So the program ensures that every eligible student has multiple pathways available, whether they're planning for a 4-year university or whether they're planning a 2-year community college. And so you ask, okay, how's it work? I'm sure that's what you're thinking. So at the start of their senior year, eligible students receive a notification letter letting them know that they're qualified. So they actually this year, because it's new, they received information about it before we received information about it. So they knew more about it than we did. Until we were able to go to some workshops and do some webinars. They log in through NC College Connect portal to see which colleges have offered them admissions. So they have to go into the portal to actually see that. And from there, they can accept if they want to. They simply complete a short form and they can accept their admission at the school of their choice. And so students are matched to specific institutions based on their GPA and other colleges' criteria. So they'll look at that, and that's how they will determine whether they want to offer them an acceptance or not. Eligibility is determined using the weighted GPA at the end of their junior year. So this year, they pulled that information, and we had to verify that. And students who don't qualify can still apply the traditional way through cfnc.org. So the NC College Connect in a capsule reinforces collaboration between K-12 schools, the UNC system, community colleges, and independent institutions, all working together to ensure more North Carolina students continue their education beyond high school. This program makes the dream of college more attainable for many of our seniors. So I hope that if you have more questions, there's lots of information on these flyers. We looked at these and we thought, okay, which one do we want to give them? I thought, I'll give the parent one. But then there was some information on the student one that I felt like you would want to see too. So I gave you both of them so you would have more information about it. Any questions?
I saw that Emily had her 49ers sweatshirt on today, and they just cracked the top 100 UNCC for U.S. News and World Report for
Awesome.
top 100 colleges.
Wow.
100%.
Well, the other thing that the kids don't have to get because of NC College Connect is letters of recommendation. So
And they don't have
it's,
to pay that fee.
yeah, they don't have to pay the fee to apply. So
But
it's really
this
awesome.
It's not scholarship. This is just saying you're already in.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That is correct. And they're not automatically, just because they have a 2.8 GPA and they have a fourth math, they're not automatically accepted. That allows the school to be able to look at them without them applying and paying that application fee and then making that decision based on that.
Okay.
This does show there is will have fees. Will they have fees?
They should not have
Okay.
fees, no. It should waive those fees.
Okay.
Yes.
So the students are responsible for logging into this and seeing where they are?
Yes,
or is
the
that something
student
the
will
counselor?
receive something from cfmc.org in the summer before their senior year. They received all the information, and we did not have a clue about any of this until a lot of students started bringing the information to us. So then they started having webinars for the counselors and for the administrators. As a matter of fact, my webinar was just 2 weeks ago. So you can see it was late, but, and that was one of the things, I know Ms. Roush went to one of the workshops, and that was one of the things the counselors stressed to them, that they didn't provide us the information in a timely manner to be able to assist this year's seniors, because we couldn't answer any questions because we didn't have the information.
Well, thank you for the work you've done to get caught up on it.
Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so just have a few calendar items. Just this Saturday, October 25th, is our next strategic planning session from 8 to 12. And then our next board meeting is November the 18th. And I will not be able to attend this Saturday because there's been a death in our family, and the funeral and stuff, activities start tomorrow. So I'll be off the rest of this week for that. But no, hey, I'll miss you Saturday, but I'll get caught up afterwards.
Well, you'll be in our thoughts, Ms. Gill.
Thank you.
Next up is academic committee report.
No report.
And next is the athletics committee report.
All right. So middle school volleyball team finished the season with a 15-1 record and was the #1 seed going into the tournament, which started yesterday. The Lady Patriots defeated Matthews Charter 2-0 in round 1, and they will host Union Prep tomorrow at 4:30 at New Hope. So the winner will advance to the championship match on Thursday, October 23rd at the higher seeded team's facility. The boys soccer team finished 3rd in the regular season behind Mountain Island and Jackson Day. They hosted a first round match yesterday where we won 5-2, and so currently we are waiting to see who won tonight between Jackson Day and Greystone, because that determines who we play tomorrow and where. So if Greystone defeats Jackson Day, we will host them at Martha Rivers, and if Jackson Day defeats Greystone, then we travel to Jackson Day. The middle school cross-country team will compete in the conference cross-country meet at Greystone on Thursday, October 23rd. They've had 2 third-place finishes, a 4th-place finish, and a 5th-place finish thus far in their team scores. So great job, middle school. We want to thank all our coaches and teammates and moms and dads who make it all happen. The high school fall sports season is nearing its end, with girls tennis and volleyball concluding this past week. The girls volleyball team wrapped up the season with a 17-6 overall record and advanced to the first round of the state playoffs, where they were defeated by West Lincoln in a hard-fought match on Saturday. Morgan Parker represented PCCS in regional tennis competition, winning her first match. Our men's soccer team currently holds a 13-2 record and will wrap up their regular season next Monday, which will also serve as senior night. State playoffs are scheduled to begin November 3rd. And this Saturday, 7 members of our cross-country team will travel to the Tryon International Equestrian Center to compete in their regional meet. So we congratulate all of our fall athletes on their hard work, dedication, and a special thank you to the admin, to the coaches that make it happen as well. So we look forward to wrapping fall and starting our winter sports.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Morgan Parker's in high school?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's a junior.
Yeah.
A junior in high school.
Does that make you feel?
Can you believe it?
Next up is the Facilities Committee report. Is there any report tonight? No report from the Facilities Committee. Next is the Governance Committee, and we did meet Monday about a few items. The primary item is on the agenda tonight, and that's the wireless communication device policy, and I'll come back to that. The other items that we're working on for the future, just to kind of put the board on notice, is there's a discipline policy called exclusion. That's another option for administrators. And the school attorney is working on policy language for enabling administrators to have that disciplinary option. And so once the committees work through the language with the attorney, we'll bring that before the board, possibly to have a vote. And there's the 300 series titled Students, Parents, and Community in the policy manual hasn't been updated in some years, and so the school attorney will be working on that also. And we may bring that before the board, possibly first of the year, maybe February. And lastly, we may shorten the enrollment period from 3 months to 2 months. And Ms. Killen, did you want to address that briefly?
Sure, I'll explain that. So historically, and I don't really know why, for 25 years, we've had a 3-month period of time for lottery applications. And of course, you know, when the school was growing and all, that was good because we were doing a lot of meetings and things like that. But now that we are practically full, you know, once we hit 2,000 students, we will be considered completely full. We don't need that long period of time for applications. So we want to cut it to 2 months, so January and February for the lottery application period. We get about 1,200 applications by the end of February each year. And then we want to run the lottery in March. That's also operationally really going to help our registrars to be able to get through all of that paperwork and following up with parents during the month of March, and then they won't be so pressed and stressed in April and May. Now, the law requires that we only give 30 days for open enrollment for lottery applications. So we're not wanting to cut it, you know, to that, but I think January and February is plenty of time.
Thank you. Regarding the wireless communication device policy, before the board votes on that policy, we need to read through it twice. And so my proposal is that we read through it tonight for the first time, and then we'll have a chance to digest it over the next month, and then read it again at the November meeting and vote on it at that time. I'll be happy to read it.
Thank you, Paul.
This is a draft policy. It's the wireless communication device policy. Purpose and background. The school is committed to preparing students not only for academic achievement, but also for responsible digital citizenship. The school seeks to empower students to stay focused, build healthy habits, and make safe, responsible choices with their wireless devices. Skills that extend beyond the classroom. In July 2025, the North Carolina General Assembly enacted House Bill 959, which became Session Law 2025-38, which among other things directs all public schools to implement procedures and guidelines limiting the use of wireless communication devices in public schools to minimize disruptions to the learning environment. Based on House Bill 959 and the school's desire to limit disruption, this policy is established to help students thrive in a safe, respectful, and focused school environment. Definition: a wireless communication device, a WCD or wireless devices, includes without limitation cell phones, tablet computers, paging devices, two-way radios, gaming devices, headphones, earbuds, smartwatches, and any other device by which wireless communications may occur. General restriction during school. Students must keep their wireless devices secured in their lockers or book bags, if lockers are not available, during the school day from 7:15 a.m. to dismissal. This covers the entire school day, including classroom time, hallway transitions, lunch and breaks, gym, extracurricular periods, and school activities. Before school, students who arrive early or remain in the common area before being dismissed to their lockers or classes must keep all wireless devices turned off and stored in their book bags, purses, or other storage cases, not on their person. Device use is not permitted during this time unless subject to an exception. Exceptions. Exceptions to the restrictions include instruction / emergencies. Exceptions may be made for certain electronic devices approved by the school for instructional purposes or in an emergency situation as long as their use is limited accordingly. Elementary level. Elementary students who do not have lockers must keep their electronic devices turned off and stored in their book bags. Special needs. Exceptions may be made on a case-by-case basis for students with special learning needs or disabilities. Healthcare. Exceptions may be made on a case-by-case basis for students with a documented medical condition. For example, the use of monitoring or notification phone apps. Disciplinary measures. In the event a student does not comply with this policy, the school will follow a supportive, step-based approach focused on accountability and reflection. First offense, the action taken is the device goes to the office. Consequence is a warning is issued, and the parent notification is that the parent is notified and the student picks up the device from the office then? Is that right? Okay. Second offense, the action taken is the device goes to the office. Consequence, there's a 30-minute after-school detention. Parent notification. This time the parent is notified and the parent has to pick up the device from the office. Third offense, device goes to the office. Consequence is the student has a 1-hour after-school detention, parent notification, parent's notified, parent has to pick up the device. Fourth offense, device goes to the office. The consequence to the student is 1 day in-school suspension. Parent notification, this time a parent conference is required. Fifth offense, device goes to the office. Consequence to the student is 1 day out-of-school suspension. And the parent notification, daily phone check-in will be required. Last subheading, administrative discretion. The school administration shall have reasonable discretion to apply this policy based on the unique circumstances of each situation. And that completes the read-through, the first read-through of the wireless communication device policy.
Do we need any mention of the school computer to exclude it from the wireless devices? Wireless device?
Yeah, that's covered in, hang on. Under instruction and emergencies, exceptions may be made for certain electronic devices approved by the school for instructional purposes. That's our Chromebooks.
Okay.
Any other questions or comments?
So would this policy go into effect January 1?
Well, we're required to have it by January 1. We've
Okay.
actually already have guidelines and procedures that fit this that we started the school with.
And then the offenses, are they cumulative like per school year? Or does it start over each semester? Has that,
I don't know
does
that
that
we've
need to
had
be
that
added
many.
into the draft?
Yeah. We
You
haven't
think-
had that many problems.
Okay. Is that something that needs to be added, or?
I think we can have that discretion,
Okay.
whether it's elementary or middle or high school. Yep. I mean,
Any
because
other-
it's going to get to the point they just can't bring their phone to
Right.
school at all.
Yeah.
The parents are going to say, I've been to the school too much, I'm going to keep your phone.
Any other questions or comments on the wireless communication device proposed policy?
I mean, I agree with, should probably go ahead and stipulate, is that, like, these are per year or per semester?
Per year, okay,
Like, then there's no question about it when it happens, right?
okay.
What are the administrators, how do the administrators feel about that? Would it be better semester-wide or year-wide?
We're following our charting policies, and then it is the same way. So it's each semester it starts over.
Okay.
Per semester?
Okay, so all three are doing, okay, so it starts over each semester at all three campuses, just like the tardy policy.
So I'll notify our attorney that kind of clarification was
Sure.
requested, and see if he can insert some additional language that then we'll read through at the next meeting.
Great.
And that's it on the governance committee report.
Can I add one thing?
Yes,
Because I
please.
forgot since Mrs. Malden wasn't here. Claire, would you mind coming up and telling us about the progress on the Oakland Street house? Holly, what you got?
Karen and I were just talking on the second page where it lists like our procedures.
Yeah,
Does that part have to go in the policy, our procedures? It should be part of the policy, it's our procedures from the policy. Because if those ever change, we have to reinvent
yeah.
the policy.
All right, we'll talk to David about that. We can take that out. Because we have procedures and guidelines that we've given.
Is that the action taken box or the consequence box?
That whole chart is what they're saying.
The whole chart.
That we should remove it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
The statement starts over every semester. We don't have to say anything else.
okay.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the chart really is in conflict with the sentence anyway, right? I mean, at the end, like, it says it's at the administration's discretion, and then,
Yeah.
but then there's a chart, and if you don't follow the chart, it's just gonna get us in trouble. You're saying take the chart out, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and it just, only keep it in the guidelines. That'd be good. All right, we can do that.
So what you're saying, Pam, is that we wouldn't need the per semester language anymore? Okay. Just eliminate the chart and then move this last sentence, so it's essentially a one-page document at that point.
Yep.
All right, got it.
All right, that makes
Thank
sense. Thank you. All right,
All right, so work is wrapping up at the Oakland House. My goal was to have us in by the end of this month, and it looks like we're going to be there maybe by next Friday. Kenny Champion has finished all of his work with the exception of a couple of some shelves he needs to put in some closets in a couple of the offices. The painters are done, with the exception of some touching up of some doors that Kenny hung last week, so that's all wrapping up. Security cameras are installed, the internet is intact. Office furniture will be delivered next Tuesday. We've got movers coming to move our filing cabinets and any just personal stuff on Wednesday. We're still, I did speak with Maxman today about the fire alarm and the intrusion alarm. Intrusion alarm is ready to go. The fire alarm has been approved, the plans have been approved by the city, but there's a delay with the parts coming in. So they're looking at like 3 to 5 weeks before they can get the components to the fire alarm and get them installed. So, but other than that, everything's been on track. So,
that's great, thank you.
Thank you. The next board meeting is November 18th, 2025, and we stand adjourned until that time.
Thank you.